Hello and welcome everyone to an MHQ immigration podcast, where today we are very happy to launch our now annual MHQ's high net worth residency comparison chart, which grew from a small project which was just comparing the UAE to a couple of jurisdictions, which now encompasses a comprehensive review of 33 jurisdictions worldwide, where talented people may want to move for a better fiscal environment, a better quality of life, etc. And we are tracking this every year for the benefit of our clients and peers. So to go over this new project briefly, is joining me Stephanie Campbell. Stephanie, good morning.
Good morning, Jan.
So you've been driving this project with MHQ's immigration team, and exciting news, huh? The release of this little pet project of ours.
Yes, and I would like to highlight it's our 10th year of issuing this information. 10 years.
Scary.
Yes.
So, of course, we relied on our trusted partners within jurisdiction where the firm doesn't have a presence, right?
Yeah, of course. And we thank all the firms who took their time to update the information on their country's most recent regulatory changes in the field of immigration.
Yeah, and if people want to get access to that documents, they can simply scan whatever is on the screen now, or we can. It's also available from our website. So when we did that work, of course, every year there's some changes in policy. So what is new around there in the immigration world?
Okay, so the immigration world has basically turned upside down in 2020. What a year it's been worldwide, for the obvious reason, the COVID-19 pandemic. It's having a unprecedented impact on immigration policies and the processes worldwide.
Yep.
Now, delays in processing time and travel restrictions can push back your timeline to relocate. It could also change plans for you and your family. Now, with air travel being partially or fully suspended by various countries in the world, if one has already received an invite from the country of interest for the permanent residency, you need to factor in 4 to 6 months delay in traveling.
So aside from these delays, which of course are inevitable, my guess is that COVID has also had an impact on the policies of these countries in terms of cross-border workforces, immigration policy, bring or not bring people. So what has changed out there? What are the key pointers for you?
So the key pointers for me would be, number one, the changes in the UAE. Mm-hmm. Now, I would like to discuss more positive side, where the UAE has new immigration opportunities that have appeared. The UAE's introduced significant changes in its immigration framework, introducing the formal launch of the long-term visa system. Now, other countries are actually restricting their permanent residency, whereas the UAE is opening it up for investors, entrepreneurs, specialist talents, and researchers. As well as the long-awaited and easily accessible retiree visa scheme. Now, retiring in the UAE provides you with the opportunity to grow your own personal wealth, as well as being able to purchase property in the UAE, even start a business and plan for your future, your family's future.
And if you want to read more about these, we have a very comprehensive sheet, again, available through our website or through the little scan log here on all these options, how they work, the key condition. And if you have more questions, you can reach out to Stephanie. So we've seen the positive. The UAE clearly has been very upfront in mirroring some of the scheme that existed in other high tax countries and making it more accessible. I think it is fair to say that the UAE has lowered the bar of entry from high net worth to affluent plus. But what is interesting is that you saw some backlash in EU states, typically Portugal, which now introduced 10% tax on foreign source pension, where before it was saying no tax nowhere. So it is very interesting to monitor what is happening in high tax countries or higher tax countries and lower tax country. You see countries like Singapore, the barrier is increasingly getting higher. Clearly, the focus there is on ultra high net worth, but yet in the UAE, we are really focusing on all tiers today, and because the country is not yet at capacity. So, so what would be your last word to our modest audience on high net worth residency worldwide and the UAE scheme in particular, Steph?
So we continue to follow the increase in stringent requirements applicable to the tax residency certificate. The UAE is now following the OECD scrutiny of alternative residency schemes. So the UAE is improving every day. With this in mind, the UAE does continue to be a strong draw for citizens and residents of both old world and emerging economies. Now, while we've exerted our best efforts to ensure all information gathered in the chart is accurate, we would always recommend to get in contact with us, with myself, with my team, for professional advice on your individual case.
So there you have it. COVID-19 has an impact on every country, but clearly the UAE is emerging stronger. There's a lot of options, and if you want to discuss them, Stephanie and her team will be there to assist. Stephanie, thank you very much from an undisclosed UK-based location this morning. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you, Jan. Goodbye.